Hello, fire signs. Welcome to your reading. So this is going to be a timeless reading for any Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as cross watchers, just to kind of see what's going on right now in your current situation and a little bit of what is coming towards you. Just kind of what can you know at the moment. So again, this is for any Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and or cross watcher, sun, moon, and rising, or Venus sign if you're looking for a little bit of love. So let's head straight into there. I did try to film this video yesterday, but it didn't really go as planned. Things were just cutting out with the video, so maybe things are not going really as planned for you right now. So first card out, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is a card of getting rid of any type of distractions, getting rid of any type of fantasy, things that are not really panning out, that seem to be a little bit more imaginary than they are real. Really getting into those realities of the situation instead of just fantasy, or really bringing in your expectations to a more grounded level, not just really going out far field with things that can't actually happen. Next, we have another cup. So this is a lot of water sign energy coming out, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is the Three of Cups in reverse. And to me, this is a card of reconciliation when it is in the upright. So when it's in the reverse, it's a not wanting to come back together, not wanting to reconcile at this time. So this can be you or your person who is just feeling like it's not in reality right now for them to come back and reconcile with you. Or you're just feeling at the moment that it's not a good time for you and your person to come back together and reconcile. You're really seeing this as something that's no longer a fantasy, more of a reality, bringing it back down to earth, that it's not the right thing to do to reconcile with this person. Next, we have the Eight of Swords. So this might be a little bit of outside influence that's coming in here, letting you know this. This can be a little bit of friends that are letting you know that it's not the best of ideas. This can be just outside influence of any sort. You're not really thinking too much on your own or weighing on your own thoughts for making this decision. It's more of outside opinion. So this can be your person actually as well that is deciding that it might not be the best to reconcile, and that's what the outside opinion is, kind of trapping you in this once you discover that they're not actually looking to reconcile at this moment. This is also air sign energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of being trapped up in thought. So far we have a lot of thoughts and emotions that are flooding around. We do have the card of communication coming in reverse here. This is the Eight of Wands. So this can be miscommunication, really holding off communication. You can be in a separation with this person at the moment, non-communicating. So a no contact type situation. This can also be miscommunication, misintentions, intentions gone a little bit weary. So this, I would say this is more so them halting all communication. They decided, or you decided, that it's not the right time to come back together and have some type of reconciliation. And there's been outside influences that are backing that up. And now we have that where the communication is halted, or they're not really wanting to go forward with communication. We now have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like this is your energy, despite it being a water sign. I feel like this is you, and you're being more in control with your emotions. So despite it being a situation where even if this is your person that's not wanting to come back together and you're being very controlled with your emotions. You're not letting it affect you too much. You're not letting it sway you and make you a little bit out of control. You're really honing in on your emotions, and not emotionally vomiting into the situation. You're just being a little bit more in control, and more in tune with how the situation is making you feel. So we have the Seven of Wands here finally coming back in with the fire sign energy. This is being a little bit too defensive. So perhaps when you're getting back into controlling these emotions, you're getting a little bit too bottled up in them. So don't control your emotions too much to the point where you're starting to get defensive around your emotions. You want to control your emotions so you're not emotionally vomiting on anybody, but you also don't want to put it so that nobody wants to come in towards you. Nobody wants to build that walls with you. You need to be able to have people peer over those walls a little bit. You don't want to have them so built up that nobody can get in. So don't go too far over where you are now controlling your emotions to the point where you're just being defensive over them. So we do have the Two of Cups in reverse followed by the Lovers. So this is a situation where underneath there is a lot of passion still here, even though there's this disharmony within the situation. So it just might be now is not the time for it. It doesn't look like there's never going to be a time. It just looks like now is not the time for any sort of reconciliation because there's so much disharmony in this connection. But underneath that, there is still passion that is going on there. So far it looks like there is a situation that's going on within here where it's just not in reality for the two of you to come back together at the moment. And there might be a lot of outside influences that are telling you or this person that it's just not the time for this. They might have stopped communication now, or there might be a no contact time period that's going on here, and you're really trying to control your emotions over it, but you need to make sure that you're not over controlling your emotions to the point where you're being defensive. So let's take a look. I just have normal playing cards just to get a little bit of numbers instead of doing dice. So right off the hop, we have number 3. So this is births and expansions. This is also the 3 of Pentacles, I believe, with the diamonds. So that would be a situation where you are just kind of you're just waiting on something. You're really just needing to hold on. Even though you are expanding within the situation, you need to make sure that you are just taking a relaxation for a second. The 3 of Pentacles is still expansion. It's still moving on for a situation. It's still a 3, so there's still that expansion that's going on there. But you need to make sure that you are not overlooking anything when it comes to this expansion here. Sometimes when you're expanding, things are good and you're moving forward, but you don't want to just close yourself off to and expand in only one area. You want to make sure that you're going across the board for everything as well. So our first number is 3. This can also indicate a third party. That might be that outside influence that's going on there. Not always there's going to be a third party, but there can be a third party when we do have that 3 that's going on there. But it's also building a foundation as well for 3. So let's get another number. We have 9, which is wish fulfillment, 9 of Pentacles as well here. 9 of Pentacles, if you're normally familiar with the tarot deck system, it's something where you are being single, you're being more in tune with yourself and what you need, and just valuing yourself as a sole person over anything. So maybe that's a little bit of what you need to be doing at the moment, is just valuing yourself a little bit more, especially when there's the Pentacles and the numbers that are coming out. It's all about value. It's all about stability. So maybe you need a little bit more stability within your life here. All of the cups that have come out besides the Queen of Cups have been in reverse. So maybe emotions are something that you shouldn't be really striving for. Like emotional connections is not something you should be striving for at this moment. We don't have any actually Pentacles come out in the entire tarot deck here, except for when it comes out in the playing cards. So that's maybe something that's underneath, is hidden, that you need to start striving for stability, foundation, and things that bring you value instead. So we have nothing will come out of this situation, the void course moon. So really nothing is going to come of this situation if you continue to worry about it. It's something that the more effort you put into it, it's just going to drain you. It's actually not doing any good for you at the end of the day. We also have expect powerful change on the bottom. So I believe that if you change away from trying to strive so much more into the emotions and change more into the direction of building that stability in your life, you'll see an exponential change. It'll be crazy how much this change will come into your life, and it'll just come out of left field. You're not going to really see this change coming, but it comes after you give up on this connection, I believe, when you stop getting entrapped in these outside opinions or somebody else's thoughts or what's going on outside of your own control. Once you give up on that, then it's something that's going to have a big change. But you need to realize that nothing is going to come into the situation that you spend time really mulling over and trying to differentiate what is real, what is reality, going back and forth, what is actually going to happen. Are they going to contact me? Are they not going to contact me? You need to get out of that energy. Stop doing that. It's just making you really defensive and having to fight way too many battles, more than you need to. So you need to accept this change, because nothing is going to come out of the situation if you continuously battle and fight it. So let's take a look finally at the wisdom of the Oracle deck. So we have Imagine in reverse and Between Worlds on the bottom of the deck, number 20 and number 3. We also have Flexible, number 19, on the bottom of the deck. So imagine is you are really getting stuck imagining the possibilities within the situation. It really goes in very well with the 7 of Cups in reverse. Having trouble imagining the situation, having trouble imagining coming back together or anything to that sort, or what you're going to do after this situation is not available anymore, where you can't come back together. You're having a hard time imagining the possibilities beyond that, and it's asking you to change the situation, really imagine the possibilities of what can come after this. If this was a situation that was this good, what can come after this? There's always something better coming towards you. We also have Between Worlds. So this is something that really goes well with this. Nothing will come out of this situation. So if you decide to stay one foot in each boat, waiting for this connection and wanting to move on with yourself, you have 1 foot in 2 boats, right? And the more the boats spread, the more you're going to be spreading yourself apart. So you really need to get out of this in between worlds energy, out of this between 2 things, and really just choose one. And I think it would be the best if you chose yourself at the moment, and got more in control of your emotions, but not so defensive. And I would say this would really resonate with you if you're in a no contact period or going through a no contact period soon. But you need to focus on building better foundations. And I don't think that this person that you're dealing with, or the situation that you're in, is the best for you. I don't think it's a solid foundation. We also have the 3 appearing again in the Between Worlds card, so definitely building better foundations and not being in between the worlds there. You don't want to have 1 foot in each boat. You want to have your feet firmly planted and building that better foundation. All right, so I will leave you with that, fire signs. I hope this helped you out. A lot of water sign energy going on here. You do have yourself pop up in 2 cards, but a lot of water sign energy going along. So that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If you do want a personal reading, you can check that out in the description box below. It is my website, temperanceandsage.com. I hope to connect with you there. And if this reading resonated with you, feel free to subscribe and like. I do post videos usually every week. So I hope to connect with you at a later time. Thank you so much, fire signs.